Hey family and friends, how you all doing? Hope everybody's doing well. So today let's talk turkey. Turkey meatballs, that is. Let's do a legacy gem that I really like, something different with meatballs. Turkey meatballs are great when you have little kids and you want to keep, the diet a little less full of fat. I like turkey meatballs, nothing wrong with them. They're great in gravy, which I've got batch simmering away on the stove waiting for the meatballs to be added. I got a pound of turkey meat here that's been broken up, and we've got all the ingredients ready for legacy gem meatballs. Let's just put it in there, make the meatballs and get them in the oven, which is the difference between turkey meatballs and my regular beef combo meatballs. I usually do them on the stove and fry them up and then pop them in the gravy. With the turkey, because it's poultry and I want to make sure it's cooked all the way through, I do put them in the oven. So here we go. So we've got our breadcrumbs. I use panko, but you can certainly use regular breadcrumbs. Don't use the flavored kind because you're going to flavor the meatball on your own. So about half a cup into a pound or so is good. Garlic powder or garlic granulated, a nice heaping tablespoon of the garlic, maybe a little more. Same thing with granulated onion, or you could use onion powder. All right, this is what gives the meatball its flavor. Pinch of salt. Turkey's very lean, so you really want to flavor it up. Some pepper, just regular black pepper is good. I don't know, about half a teaspoon or so. You don't want to over pepper them. Today I'm using parsley, dried parsley. I don't have any fresh, but if you had fresh, you could certainly use that. Dried parsley is good in meatballs. I don't really see much of a difference. Maybe somebody would debate that with me, but dried parsley is fine. And in this case, I'm going to use 2 eggs in a pound of meat. So that's the first one. Come on, egg. Second egg. Fresh eggs. And then macaroni cheese. I like to put, 4 to 6 tablespoons in there. Shake it around. I like cheese and meatballs. So that's that. And in the case of turkey meatballs, if you want to, it's definitely not necessary, you put a little bit of olive oil. And that's because the meat is so lean, you want to give it a little bit of fat, good healthy fat. So you could definitely do that. And then just get in there with a fork, mix it up, get the eggs broken, and start the process with the fork. And then get in there with your hands and mix the meatballs. Like with a legacy gem, like I said, you're going to be able to smell what it is you're doing, and that'll tell you for sure if you got the right amount of spices in there. You should be able to smell the garlic and the onion in there as you mix the meatballs together. And now you're going to say, okay, are these too wet? Are they too dry? What should I be doing? In this case, because I put the 2 eggs, they're a little bit wet, so I'm going to add some more breadcrumbs and mix them in there. I like panko breadcrumbs for meatballs, and again, it's not a very Italian thing to do, so people will definitely debate that one, but I just really like the way panko breadcrumbs, the texture that they give to a meatball, I really like. So that's what I do. So this feels, you can see it's coming together really nice ball, and everything kind of mixed in. And it feels moist to me, but not overly moist. That's what you want for a turkey meatball. You want them to be a little bit moist because that meat isn't gonna, you know, throw off any fat and make them moist when they're cooking, especially when you're baking them. So I think this is great. This looks really good. I can pick it up, it stays together, but yet it still feels really moist. All right, and then what I do is I just take a 1/4 cup measure and I use that to form my meatballs. So I just get them in, get the 1/4 cup in there, get the meat in there. And then this way, all of your meatballs are consistently the same size, right? If that matters to you. If you want to have big ones and small ones, that's okay too. I've got my baking pan. I've primed it with some Pam. You could use olive oil if you want. And I just pop them on there. So I'm going to finish making the rest of these meatballs. And then I'm going to get them in the oven. You'll put them in the oven at 350 degrees and you're gonna bake them for 30 minutes. And then halfway through, using your tongs, or however you wanna flip them, you just turn them over. So they'll get nice and crusty on the one side. You flip them over, they'll get nice and crusty on the other side in the oven. And then after 30 minutes, you're just gonna pull them out and we're gonna pop them in the gravy. So I will see you in 30 minutes after I get them all baked up, and we'll talk a little then. See you in a bit. Okay everybody, the turkey meatballs are out of the oven. As you can see, they look really good. They've got that crust that I was telling you about on either side of the meatball. You can see really good here on both sides. They're nice and firm. That's how you can tell they're done. They're cooked all the way through. At this point, they are cooked. You could put them in, let them cool, put them in a Tupperware container and pop them in the refrigerator to have for another day. They're terrific if you just cut them in half and put them on a sandwich with your favorite bread and a little bit of mayonnaise and tomato and lettuce. They'd be really good that way. You can also freeze them. You can let them cool completely, put them in some freezer-proof bags and pop them in the freezer and they'll be good in there for a while. You can bring them out and defrost them whenever you want to use them. Or you can do like I'm gonna do today, and I'm just gonna pop them right into this gravy that I've got going. Let them simmer in there for, you know, an hour or so until your gravy is done. And they'll get the nice flavor of the meat into the gravy, and they'll be nice and moist from being in there. And you can serve them with, you know, your favorite pasta as you would, spaghetti and meatball. So, turkey meatballs. They're what's for dinner here tonight. From my recipe box to yours, a really good legacy gem that is pretty versatile. So I hope you make these all soon and share them with your family and your friends. It's great talking to you all today. I hope to see you all soon. Love ya. Bye, everybody.